Yeah, I'm a drummer. I haven't touched the sticks in a while though. I got to get back in the practicing mode. But then that means I got to set up my drums in my mother's house, and it'll drive her nuts because she wears hearing aids. It'll be like, you know, I'll pound her and I'll pound her eardrums into submission. It's either that or rent the rehearsal space. Anyway, welcome to the Writer's Life, the place where you get the sights, sounds, smells, taste of my particular writer's life, and where you get the truth about the writer's life. Subscribe if you haven't already. Punch the like button. Tap the bell. Do a paradiddle on the bell for notifications so that you don't miss out on one exciting video like the one you're going to get on this Friday afternoon. I could talk about what the mainstream media, how they acted yesterday over the Biden thing, but I'm not going to. But it was exactly what I expected. Anyway, that being said, Solitude. I've spoken about this before. People ask me all the time, especially like when I go on radio and stuff like that. And people ask my mother and they ask, whoever, like, how does he write so many books? Like, how is it possible? Where does he get his ideas from? Where does he have the time and all this stuff? It's basically the one big answer is solitude. I'm alone most of the time. Now, don't confuse solitude with isolation. Solitude is just like you purposely place yourself into a situation where there aren't many people around you, because they get in the way of your work. Everyday tasks. Like, I needed to bring my Jeep in for an oil change like a month ago. Of course, it was in Europe, but like, I keep putting that off because it gets in the way. But I will do it next week. I don't even like going to the grocery store because it gets in the way of my routine, my writing routine, whatever. But you got, life happens, right? But people who isolate themselves, that's different. That's like Hank Bukowski used to say. He wrote a poem about how much he hates humanity, how even rubbing elbows with somebody else disgusts him to the point where he like upchucks a little bit. But that was Hank Bukowski. That was the beauty of, ironically, the ironic beauty of Hank Bukowski, Charles Bukowski. But for me to be as prolific as I am, it takes quite a bit of alone time, and which is why it's always been difficult for me to maintain a decent relationship. The one, let's call it, friendship I have that I maintain, actually works really well for me because I see her maybe like once a month. And no, I know what you're thinking. It's not that kind of situation where I got to cut a check, and you got an hour. It's not like that. No, it's legit. But she lives in a different place, and I live here, and it's good because also she's very independent, so she doesn't mind. She just wants to do her own thing when she wants to do it, and I want to do my thing when I want to do it, and then we meet in the middle. And that, I don't mean for that to be crude by any means, but you get what I'm saying. It is kind of funny though, isn't it? We meet in the middle. All right, keep this. This is a family station. So yeah, you have to create solitude for yourself if you're gonna get anything done, and that's we don't like interruptions. Writers, we don't. We put the sign on the door that says "Don't interrupt," or trespassers will be shot. In my case, it's trespassers will be tortured, skinned alive, and shot. And we just need the time and we need the space. And, and when the day is done, when the work is done, then we can rejoin humanity. Jim Harrison had a quote for it. It was, he would always have he would like open up a bottle of wine, have a glass of wine, and he called it. It was his, a cigarette, and it was his way of like re-entering into humanity. Like there was a re-entry point. He called it, and that's what writers need. That we are in our own world, and then when we're done for the day, we need to re-enter humanity again. And then when we wake up in the morning, we get in our Elon Musk SpaceX spaceship and we fly off again to our own little world. And then we don't come back until the evening, usually. Sometimes, like me, I'll fly to a foreign country and stay there for 2 months. And I don't know anybody. No one knows me. And I get a shitload of work done. And it works out beautifully. And you can write it off on your taxes. So that's what we need. Writers need solitude. As opposed to isolation. Isolation is not good. Solitude is good. Isolation not good. Solitude is good. And yeah, find a girlfriend that you just get together once a month or so, and meet in the middle. All right, it's Friday. I'll talk to you guys either tomorrow or Sunday, God willing. Have a great weekend. Ciao, ciao.